Come with us on a journey into the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. We will test your senses and challenge your beliefs. A world where science and religion clash. Or do they? You will meet real people and hear real stories, but you will not believe. You will witness strange sights and hear strange sounds, but you will not believe. This is the New England Ghost Project. Welcome to the nightmare.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day to you, wherever you are. Welcome to Ghost Chronicles International. I am Ron Kolek, your host, the gatekeeper of the realm of the unknown, the unexplained, and the unbelievable. New England's own Van Helsing. Yeah, that's me. And with me, all the way from the land of the Red Dragon, is the gold standard in ghost hunting, the god of infrasound, Steve Parsons.
Hello. That wasn't me coughing.
That was me. Sorry, I've got a cold.
Shut up! You're not here yet.
Okay.
Bloody
Grumpy
God.
fucker.
Australians. That's why you ship
that's
it down
Australians for you folks. We did promise we'd have Australian.
Australia, mate.
And we got a live one. So
yes, you do.
Seeing as she's interrupted the introduction, should we let her introduce herself?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Well, you know I can talk.
Well, you may talk now.
Oh.
You have been doing for the last 2 minutes.
Yes, introduce yourself. We want to know who you are. I guess our audience wants to know who you are. Catherine? Well, that went damn well.
My name?
Oh.
But
researcher for 20-something years now. I'm not sure how long. It's all a blur. I've been here and there around interstate and here in Victoria, and I currently live in a haunted hotel in a lovely little country town.
Sweet. So,
and from age 5, my mum was a spiritualist trance medium working through the Victorian Spiritualist Uni here. And from age 5, I was a sitter in her circle. It was the traditional one with the medium's cabinet and the copper trumpets on the floor painted with phosphorescent paint around the edges, top and the bottom. So it was quite traditional, and the dim red light and, the singing. It was quite spiritual. I wasn't afraid. I was surrounded by my grandmother and her friends and friends of my mom, and they treated me like their own, so I wasn't afraid at all. And afterwards,
I think that's the only time we get her to be quiet is when she cuts out.
Well, if she comes back in, we just get her to do the rest of the show.
She's still talking, I'm sure.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so that was the introduction to our guest, which she already.
She's out there somewhere.
No, she dropped off of Skype, so I don't see her on Skype anymore. Anyways, she. I had so many questions to ask her. As soon as she started talking about Victorian seances and everything, it was like, whoa! I mean, because last night we did.
No. She does seances. She lives in the part of Australia called Victoria.
Hey.
Hello.
Oh.
Hey.
Yes.
Jesus Christ! Finally, it says speaker on. Have I been babbling to nobody?
No, we haven't heard a word you've said.
Oh, thank you very much. I can see that, you bastards. I haven't had much sleep. Do you know what happened last night?
I'm sure you're going to tell us.
We had a massive power blackout. 24 or something towns plus were blacked out around here in Euroa.
How are you, Ron?
I'm in shock.
Why are you in shock, Ron?
Nothing. That was just probably the most unusual intro we've ever done.
Really?
in the 25 years that I've been doing this. Yes.
Really? Why that's strange? I mean, I know I'm weird.
Because you fell off on us, and I'm sure you're still talking, but you left
There's
us hang.
such reception, dear. I'm sorry.
You left us hanging. You came in. You just left us with all these wonderful tidbits about doing seances and all this other cool stuff. And I was like so excited, and then she was.
Well, stop wasting time, Ron, and start asking all those questions.
Yes,
Yes,
as Steve,
fire
Steve
away. I can talk about anything.
yeah. Well, I got to talk to you, So if
You do. Go ahead.
Steve knows that my interest is so much into the red light seance and the physical mediumship that I've been conducting a seance for the past 12 years, and about 13 or maybe 14. I don't know. It's gone in a blur.
He adds a year every month.
I know, including last night. So,
Can you do remote sittings? I'd love to be a part of it. Can I take part? Yeah, you should do a live one.
I would do a live one, but I'm afraid you'd drop off.
I know the reception here is really crappy.
Yes, it must be paranormal. That's what you always blame everything on. So,
the ghosts here do play tricks. They've hid my favorite pen. I haven't found it. It's been a month or so, and they hid my oven mitt. I finally found that. But yes, fire away with questions there, Ron.
See, you need Van Helsing's special blend, and then you wouldn't have these problems.
Oh God, he's now trying to sell that crappy perfume.
I love garlic. If it's got garlic in it, I love garlic.
No, it's not got any garlic in it. It's got whiskey in it, but that's besides the point.
Fireball I like. I like Fireball in small doses.
Moving right along. You started.
Where's all these really interesting questions, Ron?
I'm just still so shocked. I just trying to get over it. So you, since 5-year-olds, you've been doing this seance. You mentioned so many things. You dropped little tidbits about the trumpets,
My mum died on Christmas Eve, 1994. I stopped being a sitter in her circle when she left my adopted father. I was about age 9, and the circles ceased. And I only got limited access to her because she moved to Queensland. I rarely got to see her.
So all those wonderful questions I had is just garbage now, right? They're no good. Is that what you're telling me?
Go ahead, sorry.
And I just wanted to know, that's all. I mean, if I should pursue them or not, that's all.
Yes, I'm happy to talk about anything.
Fine.
I mean, I have great memories of that circle.
Okay.
Hearing my mum speak in weird voices. And she sounded a bit like I do. She doesn't sound Aussie, like she doesn't have a Australian accent, like Australia, mate, that sort of thing. Oh. She had quite a sort of a
I've got to say, as a Brit.
Everyone thinks I do. I'm half Scottish, by the way.
Well, as a Brit, you sound Australian.
Do I?
Oh, yeah. You've got a very good Australian accent.
But you don't sound Australian to me as an American, I can tell you that.
People at my former work used to try to get me to say meat pies in an Aussie accent, which would be meat pies. I don't know how to say it. I break my brain trying to do it. I can't say meat pie and sauce or meat pie and tomato sauce.
So that's really interesting. Moving right along.
Well, Americans have trouble. They love it when the Brits say cup of tea.
I love that. I'm a sucker for accents. I mean, I'm a chameleon. If I talk to Americans, I sound American. If I talk to a Canadian, I sound Canadian.
You'll never ever sound like me. I can guarantee you that.
I'll eventually sound like you. Wait, I'll eventually sound like you very soon.
No, you won't.
No, you won't. I've known him for nearly about 15 years. And I can't understand the word he says.
That's why I fear not AI. AI, I do not fear, because they couldn't.
Well, I can do a decent American. I'm not bad at that. And that's a bit...
Go on then. Go on then.
Yeah, do a decent American.
Y'all?
Oh, my God. That's not American.
Y'all. I don't know. I don't...
Hey, y'all. What you doing, y'all?
God bless
the hell
y'all.
is that?
No, I was
love
doing a
Discovery.
Dylan Jones Savannah accent.
You know that song Life, Y'all? I won't sing it. I'm a bad singer. I'm on a Walker Hayes kick at the moment. I love Van Halen, and I love God. I love Pink Floyd, coincidentally, by the way, Steve. You're a fan.
I'm not.
I love them. They're so creative.
Can't stand them, but moving
We're
on.
talking about ghosts, though. It's been a quarter of an hour, and we're not talking about ghosts.
Well, we can, but, you know, I mean, Ron's got a load of questions. I've only got one, and that's,
Yes.
I want to hear the story about how you went ghost busting in your lingerie.
What? Wait a minute, you didn't tell me that one.
I wasn't going to say that on air.
I just did.
Tell me about that one.
Steve. Pardon me, Father. Jesus, Steve.
Well,
Tell me
Well,
about
I
that.
did. I did an experiment that we called the catwalk. I did it at Old Castlemaine Gaol, at Old Geelong Jail. At both times, I had one cameraman, which was female.
Oh, that's too bad.
She was lesbian. I wasn't worried. She was partnered up, so I wasn't worried. I'm shaking here. Damn it, I'm blushing. You bastard.
Whoa.
And I used to walk around in lingerie and high heels, but because they were men's prisons mostly. There were women and children there as well at the Castlemaine Gaol, the Geelong Jail. There were women and children, many early jails. They were kept together in family cells.
not while you were wearing lingerie.
No, this was years before.
I was just clarifying for our listeners.
Investigating first. The jail I spent 6 years at was Old Castlemaine Jail.
We're going to end up in jail at this rate.
It was closed in 1990.
We've already used 16 words.
Officially opened in sorry. I'm sorry. It was the Castlemaine Jail was officially opened in 1863, but the first was a series of log huts.
Can I interrupt?
Yes, you can.
Castlemaine, is that connected to the Forex?
It's Castlemaine 4X. There's a candy called Castlemaine Rock. It's named after a town in Ireland. A city in Ireland. There's a city in Ireland or in the UK called.
Yeah, but they sell an Aussie beer in the UK called Castlemaine.
Yes.
Is
I'm
that
not a beer
connected? No, but is that connected to the same place?
Paranormal, just curious.
It's been taken over by another brewer, I think.
I guess no matter.
Yeah, Ron just keeps interrupting. But anyway, back to the lingerie.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, all right. Oh, wait. We have to know.
Well, there were only single men there, so I
hold it. Wait a minute, Kat. Hold everything. You've got to realize that now we're in a visual picture. We want to know what type of.
I didn't want to be there.
What type of lingerie are you wearing?
Like your friend.
Are you wearing stockings? Are you wearing knickers? Are you wearing?
Yes.
What are we? Okay.
I used to be a stripper. That's why I didn't feel worried about it. I was.
Okay.
I wasn't worried.
That's fine.
I was a late bloomer. I took male attention as a compliment, and they were single men there, some of them.
Right.
They were lonely, so they might have wanted company.
Red light
so
seance to stripper.
Would you like some company?
Red light seance to red light seance.
And I got someone on audio that said, help me. Steve, I sent you the audio, I think, of someone saying, help me. It's on my team page. It's on there somewhere, way back. I've got to read that somewhere.
You have a team?
Yes, it's called Spirit Paranormal Investigations.
Oh, okay. See, I wasn't aware of that. I was trying to find.
I've been running that since 2015.
Okay.
Yes, but I was behind the scenes for years before that. I've been on.
Not dressed like that, you weren't.
Yeah. I was actually on Ghost Call Radio. Now I'm on with you guys. I've been on Greg's Detective Diaries show. I've been on regional radio 2 or 3 times, I think.
Oh, well, you're in the big. You've hit the big time now with Ghost Chronicles.
I don't know how I got here, though. I've always been a behind-the-scenes kind of quiet guy.
The reason you got here on this show...
behind the scenes, but you were never quiet.
So I guess I'm good enough. I'm not a Zach anymore.
Oh,
I guess-
the reason you're on this show is because you had me on your show, and I said quid pro quo.
Yes.
Oh, you have a show.
But you're not Hannibal Lecter.
Wait a minute.
You're
What's
on
your show?
Hannibal Lecter.
What's your show?
My show is Cat in the Shadows. It's named after my website.
Okay, good.
I've had Lloyd and Steve. I've had the Three Tortured Souls. Penny Biddle, Dave Schumacher, Tim Vickers. I've had Beth.
Have you had
Bailey,
Ron?
Dustin Bailey. I've had Ashley
Steve.
Neal.
Watch it, Steve.
I've got Cal Cooper. I've got I've got 30-something people.
I think you should have Ron on
I've
the
got
show.
one less chat than I have guests. Actually,
Yeah,
I've got 2 written interviews now. 3. I got Roger Nelson. I've got
Cat.
Yes.
Invite Ron on. He's a great guest.
Steve,
Yes, go ahead.
Steve, behave
You
yourself.
can talk, I hear. You can talk, so go ahead.
He's a great. I mean, he's often on with West Coast Witch, Marla Brooks. You know, he's
And
a very.
I love your accent, Ron. I love your accent.
I have no accent.
That's a first.
You
Somebody
have an
likes
accent
Ron's
to me,
accent.
You have an accent to me.
Really?
Get him on the show.
I
Steve?
will. I just asked him.
Steve, behave yourself.
Right, you need to fix up a date when we come off air.
So I'm
Wait,
getting. Wait a minute. I'm gonna have a date with a stripper. How is that gonna go?
I don't do that anymore. But
I don't know how Jan will take that, but
I take it as a
it's gonna be.
compliment.
Yeah.
I was called ugly as a teenager. I was kind
No.
of gangly and awkward.
You know,
And I
Cat.
hit my nose and my hair sucks.
Cat, that's actually, you did well. You started off in the paranormal, in the Victorians, the seances, and you became a stripper, and then you just combined the two and became a
Red light stripper. Seance.
a red light ghost hunter. A red light ghost hunter.
I'm not.
A
There's
red
ghost
light
hunting.
ghost hunter.
Oh, yes, I have. I become an adult entertainer ghost hunter, I guess.
There you go. Bango.
I don't do those experiments anymore. I only have one female team.
It's
member.
too
I have
bad.
two.
You'd probably have
Only
your own
in
TV
Sydney.
show. You'd have
I'll
your own
only-
TV show.
I won't go live on air in lingerie.
Oh.
Ron
Not
would.
in lingerie. I'll go live
Ron
on air.
would. Get him on the show.
You know I would.
I've gone live
I
on air
have no
before.
shame.
I've done 2 ghost hunting days. I've done 2 NGHDs. I did one Euro's own ghost hunting day, and I did one NGHD as well. Years ago, years and years ago.
NGHG.
National Ghost Hunting Day.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I did that 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
I did one at Castlemaine and one here at UR.
Paranormal
Hotel.
Unity, all that. All right, so I actually we did a live broadcast 20 years ago with a team called Haunted Australia, I think it was. They had a TV show for a short period of time, I believe.
My friend Gary Sullivan is in a team called Forever Haunted. I'm on YouTube in that. I'm coming out soon in a show shortly. I think Chronicles X. I was at the Old Castlemaine Gaol for an episode with Gary.
That's 3 times she mentioned that name, Castlemaine.
I love that.
Is that like the only haunted spot in Australia, or
No,
are there others?
it's my favorite. It was my jail, but sadly they've reopened it as an art gallery, and I'm heartbroken. It looks like the garden section at Bunnings. It breaks my heart. You can just go to the garden section and buy mirrors and statues, and I turn an old jail into it. Have some respect.
Yeah.
For God's sakes. I mean, 60 people died there.
I
First
just
man
came-
was innocent.
Ooh, I just came out with a brilliant idea.
The
Oh,
youngest
God.
house, 3 months.
We should get a
And
haunted jail and open it into an art gallery, and we could hang things like the
Well, that's
crying
selfish.
boy,
That's
the crying
selfish. It's to
boy.
have-
No,
Actually, I want
listen.
it for a normal art thing, but it's selfish. Have some respect. I mean, there were people
That's
hanging
telling
there.
you.
And they're sad. They're lonely. They're stuck there. They used to love me. I had friends there. They
You
knew
still
my
could
name.
be there. You could be the curator of our haunted museum.
Well, buy the place. Buy it off those selfish people that turned it into Bunnings or Walmart. They bought it for 1.5. Up it. Gotta go
1.5. What's 1.5 Australian
1.5K
US?
Aussie. 1.5K Aussie. Originally,
That's not
the
much.
original one was
That's like that's like about $30 US.
But now, yes, I don't know how much it sold for. It sold 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and it closed off to the public. It had a yoga circle. It had a knitting circle. It had a community radio station. It had art classes, I think. It had other things, history tours. It had kids tours. It had ghost tours for funding. Live bands used to film there, film clips and stuff. It had here and there art displays. I sent some audio to a guy that did years ago. I used to run tours there. I love the place. And the last night there, I walked around with just the exit light on in the dark because I love the dark. I know they don't just come in the dark. I know that. But I just love the dark.
They just take your phone.
And I just walked around. I was dressed, by the way. I just walked around and I cried a bit. I said, I hope you give them hell. I hope they did. Because they didn't deserve that. The first man hanged was innocent.
So we're ending with a sad note.
Well, we've got an ad break, and then we're coming back.
Oh, we do? Actually, I need to top up my... What the bloody hell's the time? It's 10...
What time is it there? Just for giggles.
It's 10:30 in the morning. I didn't know that.
That's pretty good.
Time flies.
Have a bowl
Well,
of cereal.
hang on for 2 minutes while we do an ad break, and then we'll come back.
I don't have a
Okay,
notice.
just
Wait
be-
a minute. What do you see the notice, Steve?
Well,
I've
I'm
just
just
got
going
a
by the
top
timer.
thing.
I'm
I've
just
just got
going
a
by...
No. We started late. So,
Oh,
Yes, we're
You
like
screw-
5 minutes late or so. I'm sorry, guys.
now it's 2 minutes. Okay. All right. We're good.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
who's
sorry,
the...
guys. We're
Right,
5 minutes late.
Kat,
Yes.
go and get your vodka. Ron,
Your
who's
coffee.
the show brought to us by?
I have no idea anymore.
Circles of Wisdom 283.
286.
Right, Toby
No.
next, you did.
It's next door. Kat, shut up. Wait till after the ad break.
I thought you were asking me.
So you have been listening to Ghost Chronicles International right here on TogiNet, brought to you by Circles of Wisdom, 286 Merrimack Street, Methuen, Massachusetts, the Gallant and Messier Family Law Group, 15 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts, and our very, very good friends, Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon. Become a member of our Deadiest Society on Patreon for $3 US American dollars a month, whatever that converts into
It's
your
like
currency.
1,700 Aussie dollars.
Yeah, 16,000 pesos or whatever. Anyways, and you'll have access to exclusive crap on there, so you can't beat that,
Get on there.
We'll be back in 2.
But no, we actually have another 30 seconds, so I will just talk for 30 seconds. Anyways, you've been listening to Ghost Chronicles right here on where all good podcasts are played. Go to die, and so forth. We'll be right back after the break with more of Cat in the Shadows right here on TogiNet.
Welcome to TogiNet, radio with a cutting edge.
Do you have a paranormal event, book, or something else you want people to know about? Then why not advertise it on Ghost Chronicles Radio? With over 150,000 downloads a month, get your message out to an audience that's interested in the subject. We have a plan at a cost that fits your needs. For more information, contact Ron Kolek at anyghostproject@comcast.net or call 978-455-6678.
Located in Illinois, there lies a sleepy little town where nothing is a common occurrence.
You going to that party in town tonight?
Heck yeah! I only turned 18 once.
That is until the night of celebration.
Where the hell is she? Oh, no. No, Jessica!
What's happening?
From the creators of Shadowhunters, Bite Me, comes a tale of primal terror and grindcore mayhem. Shadowhunters, kill, Jessica, kill!
Heck yeah! You're listening to the second. Well, I was doing it like that bloody thing from Illinois. Second half of the first half of tonight's 2 hours Ghost Chronicles radio show, and tonight Ron and I are the special guest of Cat Ward.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, I'm back.
Hi.
Did you ever leave us?
Sorry?
Did you ever leave?
Yes, I just went to the fridge.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. So actually, you're not the first stripper on our show. I have a good friend who teaches pole dancing for dummies and also had a haunted dance studio that I investigated, and she also wrote a book on papal funerals. So, yeah.
I used to love pole.
You with what?
Pixie fit. You don't have to pay for a gym.
Okay, I guess there was something there. I didn't hear it, but that's all right.
I think. Here we go. Yes, loud and clear.
Yes, I said pole dancing keep fit. You don't need to pay for it.
Well, that was interesting. Yeah, well, it was all about pole dancing, so.
Yeah, that left right there. So we're definitely having some issues still with Australia. I'm not sure if they have.
Can you guys hear me?
I think they're still running on AOL or something.
The reception's sketchy. Optus, which I use, there was a massive outage nationwide last night, and they don't know the cause of it, but they're
aliens.
Yeah, we already did this. We went through the whole thing. Anyway, not a problem.
Aliens did it.
Yeah, the reception's sketchy.
Okay, it seems to be a volume thing. Like, are you talking close enough to the phone and everything?
I've got my mouth right now.
Oh, that's better.
So you
for a
can hear
second
me
there.
now.
Loud and clear. You just ripped my eardrums out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so talk close to the phone, and because we're hanging on every word you say.
All right, I'll have to practically kiss my phone, but that's okay.
Mm.
That's fine. We've
So
got
you're
Optus is
clear.
dodgy. Optus is mega dodgy. Optus is really dodgy. So yeah.
All right. So going back to the seance, you talked about the trumpet floor. So have you ever witnessed those levitating or anything?
It used to move across the floor. I don't think I saw it float, but it did move a couple of inches directions.
Okay, that's cool.
We all sit in a circle, by the way, just around, and it'd be in.
So how did you actually describe how the seance was put together? You know, where people sat and drawers, painters.
A mental picture.
Painters a word picture. You're fading a little bit out there, Catherine.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
There you are. Perfect.
I'm sorry. I was not scared, really. If I had any worries, then there'd be bickies and tea and a chat afterwards. and that would ease my fears. But I was never really worried that much. I was just curious. What was this? Why is my mum talking like this? Why does she sound German? Or why does she sound like a little kid? You know?
Did her face
Or why is she
transfigure at
speaking
all?
in a funny language? Sorry?
Did her face transfigure at all?
I couldn't see. The light was
Speaking
dim.
of the phone.
I couldn't see. The light was dim, and sometimes she would be in the cabinet. The curtains would be open, but of course I would sometimes not be able to see her. I would be seated fairly close to her, so the walls of the cabinet would block my angle of her, my vision of her, so I couldn't see her sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes she'd just be in a chair, and there'd be a couple of men behind her if she got violent, which she sometimes did. But I wasn't scared. I was curious. Why was my mum doing this? You know, what was this? But I didn't really start to understand what it was then. I didn't know there was... Well, my mum taught me about it, but she didn't teach me to be scared. I didn't start to really... I read about parapsychology at age 9 or 10 in a book called Real Ghosts. Real Ghosts, Restless Spirits and Haunted Minds by Brad Seiger.
Oh, yes.
1980s book or something. But I read about it age 8 or 9 or something. It got Nandor Fodor and Carl Jung. It's really
back to the mic. Come back to the mic.
I've got an ancient dog-eared copy.
Kathy, I want you to say that. I want to tell you that when you're speaking into the mic like you are now, you're excellent coming through, and we love hearing what you have to say. So please do that as much as you can. Yes.
Thank you, Ron. I'm sorry. I'm tired. My arm sleeps a bit here and there because I'm in an awkward position. I'm on my lounge. But I'll try. Yes, but I didn't know what parapsychology was back then, but I've become a nut about it since then. I love experiments, hence the lingerie one. And I did an experiment at the Old Castlemaine Gaol that I called the silent and blind one. And I used to blindfold all the guests without sensory issues. And I'd take them on a walk up and down the wing. Or if there were team taking part, they'd take another guest. And they'd remain silent the whole time. The only way they'd indicate if they felt something would be to squeeze my arm. And then it could be narrowed down to where it came from. And there were hits in the same places sometimes. It was quite strange. What else? Favorites. I don't know. I can talk favorites.
Well, we actually, Steve and I were talking about that in the last show, Stephen, about places that people experience the same type of activity or feelings.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. There was definitely something. I got pinched on the ass, by the way, there.
Okay.
During a lingerie experiment, a catwalk.
Of course it was.
I got pinched on the ass, but I took it as a compliment. I didn't mind, as I said. It was a compliment.
Okay.
And they said I caught someone on audio saying help, as I told Steve. Mm-hmm. I got it on audio on a camera. And I caught a weird light there, a weird shadow. And I caught weird stuff at J Ward. J Ward's another favorite, and Airedale is awesome. That's absolutely bloody awesome.
Are these clips on your website?
Some of them are, but I'm removing the cringy caption ones because some dickhead, pardon my French, told me way back when that it might add excitement and, add more attention to my page. But if I find it distasteful now, I'm not that cat anymore. I was a newbie, and I got overexcited about learning to use my goddamn editing program. Because as Steve would know, I'm absolutely appallingly bad at tech.
Mm. And talking into the phone.
Yes, it's true.
Actually, to be honest, as a guest on Cat Show, I was on for 2 hours. It would have been longer, but
2 hours. Well, no, actually, between the two of you, I could see that absolutely.
We never got to cover poltergeists. We never got to cover poltergeists.
Which is probably a good thing.
That would be another 2 hours.
That would have been another 2 hours. But I still think Ron would be an excellent guest for you to have on your show.
Steve, you got any other questions?
Have I got any other questions?
I just asked Ron before. Is it a yes or a no? We can talk afterwards.
Yeah, we'll talk.
He said yes. He said yes.
Did you hear that?
150,000 downloads heard you say yes.
I haven't had enough coffee.
We'll get Roy to play it back.
My brains are full of sawdust or something, and yeah, there's
Ron
fluff or sawdust
agreed.
in my brains.
Well,
do I have to appear in lingerie?
Awesome.
God, I hope not.
Do I have to appear in lingerie?
I'll turn off my camera as I normally do.
Actually, you left your camera on for the 2 hour show.
If that's a quid pro quo, I'll turn off my camera.
You left your camera on for the 2 hours that I was on the show.
No, not in lingerie. I'm not cheesy. I'm not tacky.
No, when I was,
than that.
I'll get a word in here.
I'm not Katie Price.
When I was on the show,
plus I don't have the boots for it.
I'll wait. When I was on the show, you had your camera on.
Yes, but you made me.
Yes.
Oh, now it comes out, the truth.
Well, as we started the show, I was expected to leave my camera on, and Kat was going to turn her camera off.
See your expressions. I like. We haven't chatted on video before, and I like to see you.
Well, I like to see the person.
We've never talked on the phone until a week or two before that, so I liked to see you.
Well, whose fault was that? But I like to see the person I'm talking to, so I said to Kat, if you turn your camera off, I'm going to turn my camera off.
He threatened me.
Fine.
That was.
And we've been friends ever since.
My hair looked like crap.
Well, at least you got hair. That's more than Ron's got.
Well, you look badass without hair. You know, you've got the whole Bruce Willis thing going. Add Sonny's.
I was thinking more of Uncle Festive.
I'll take the compliment. That's not fair, Ron. I would never think of you as Uncle Fester. Because
a lot of you guys look like rock stars. You and Kev, Greg, you guys all look like rock stars, for God's sakes. Even Ian Gillespie looks like a rock star.
What are you watching in Australia that looks like rock stars?
No, my guest on my podcast here.
Oh.
Well, Cal Cooper is the rock star parapsychologist.
He is. Yes, he is.
You said he was a little shit. I'm gonna expose you for that because you busted me for wearing lingerie.
What? Did you know that Cal Cooper's only? Did you know that Cal's only 4'11"?
He's not.
He is. He's tiny, isn't he, Ron?
Oh, that yes, he is. He's little. And that reminds me, I'm actually taller now, Steve. Next time you saw me, I'll be taller.
Yeah,
he's really.
He's only 4 foot. What? About 4'8"?
He looks like long. He's.
He's got those. He's got those heel risers in.
My mum was
Cal wears heel risers. Makes him look taller.
Going back to paranormal,
he's a rock star. You guys are all rock stars.
Have you ever had Dylan Jones on the show?
Who?
Exactly.
Moving right along. So, Kat, have you ever seen a ghost or apparition?
Yes. When I was a kid, I saw twice or 3 times.
Where?
Once
microphone.
The spirit of my mum's cat. It looked like a large black cat, but my mum said it was a small black cat. She was called Cinders. The second one was projected on my bedroom wall in the form of a photo negative. I saw that it was about 3 feet from my head. I saw that about age 6 or 7, and it shut me down completely. After that, I could only sense or hear or feel.
Come back to your microphone.
Yeah. I saw something twice. I saw the ghost of my mum's cat. And the second one I saw shut me down completely. I saw that at about age 5 or 6 or 7.
What do you mean shut you down? I'm not familiar with that.
I couldn't see anymore. It shut me down after that. I couldn't see anymore. because it looked like a photo negative. It was on my bedroom wall about a couple of feet from my head. It scared the bejesus out of me. It was my adopted father's grandmother. She didn't mean it, I dare say. But I couldn't see after that. I mean, imagine black skin and white eyes and, being young. That scared me.
Kat, because Australia has got a very long history with the Aboriginal people and they have very spiritual beliefs. Does that ever play into Australian ghost lore?
Absolutely. I was talking, I've got one written down actually it's called the Devil's Pool in Babinda in far north Queensland.
Well, keep the mic near your mouth and tell us.
Yes, I've got one written down. It's called the Devil's Pool.
We heard that bit.
In far north Queensland. You can look it up on the website. It's apparently haunted by the spirit of a beautiful young tribal woman called Ulana, who fell to her death there. She was married to an elder of the Yidinji tribe, but fell in love with Dyga. I don't know how it's pronounced, Dyga, young, handsome man from another tribe. They ran away together, but they were caught. Dyga was taken away with his tribe, and Ulana threw herself into the pool. Since 1916, there have been 21 recorded deaths, mostly young white men. The indigenous folk feel safe there. They don't mind swimming there. But 21 people have drowned there. There has been a woman or two, but mostly young white men. And they say it's cursed and she haunts there. There have been tribal wars from way back. So, yes. There's another one, a cursed indigenous site called Cradle Mountain in Tasmania. It's haunted by a devil, a half black, half white spirit, which was apparently a young black warrior killed by a white settler. And it apparently makes noise as it goes up and down the mountains. Euroa has a history. Where I live has a history. It was used as a billet in the Boer War and the First World War.
Mm-hmm.
So for soldiers leaving and returning. So they recover here before going home again. And the train station is right across the road. So they leave via the train for wherever they were headed to after the war. So, and there has been a death here.
You mentioned that the hotel you live in is haunted.
Yes. That's what I was saying. They hid my phone. That's why I couldn't. Yeah. That's why I was saying I couldn't find my phone.
Who haunts what haunts your hotel?
There's a small child. We've got a cat that I call Shadow. There's a man. There's a woman. She's got an English accent. She's quite polite.
Well, the English we are very polite.
You're not.
We're known throughout the world for our politeness.
Dignified, you have got dignity, and I love your accent. It kicks ass. But yes, she's polite. She asked my former partner, or told him rather, I hope you have a bedroom for her, when he and I were talking out in the hall outside a particular room here. I won't say which.
I think I'm going to go and stay in your hotel.
Well, come to Euroa.
You've
got to send your children apparently to come here, but come to Euroa. It's beautiful. It's 4,000 people. It's tiny. A lot live on the outskirts. It's at the foothills of the Strathbogie Ranges. It's a lovely town.
23,000 things that can kill you there.
Yeah, things are small.
And they all live in the toilet bowl.
Some do. Actually, no. The Sydney funnel web is one of the deadliest in the world, if not the deadliest. It's like a black widow. We've got wolf spiders. We've got redbacks. They live in the toilet bowl, apparently. I sat on a spider once. It bit me on the butt. We've got bull ants that bite. We've got wildlife that kicks and bites and scratches. We've got
kangaroos.
They're deadly. Cassowaries have got sharp claws. They could disembowel someone.
Yeah, but you've also got really cute things like wombats and koalas.
Yes. But even
Yeah,
wombats can harm.
4-inch
Wombats can
4-inch
harm
claws.
cars. They're like bricks. Wombats
Yeah.
are like bricks. If you crash into one, it will
Yeah,
do serious
But I mean,
damage.
what? Yeah, but I mean, a wombat. What's it do? It just sits there, doesn't it?
They charge sometimes.
What? Very slowly.
No, they can run.
Really?
Yes.
What about koalas? 'Cause they
Kangaroos
always
can
look.
bound
Oh,
fast.
they're horrible, nasty things. But what about koalas?
Native rats can run too. My former partner was rushed by one at the Q station in Manly years ago when we did a night walk. After the ghost tour had ended and everyone had gone home, we just did a night walk. And we were walking up this bush track, and he was rushed by something. I think it was a rat. I don't know. We have bush rats, you know. But something rushed him. We heard rustling. And it was, yeah. They're cute.
But honestly, I mean, like koalas aren't nasty, are they?
They're cute. They smell. They can bite. They've got sharp claws. They can pee on you. They've peed on prime ministers. I think they might have peed on your guys.
Well, that's always a good thing.
They peed on a US guy, I think. I don't know. They peed on a few.
That's even better.
Do you ever hear about
we've got gorgeous
Cockatoo Island?
Sorry.
Cockatoo Island? You ever hear of Cockatoo Island in Australia?
Yes, I have.
I've heard that's haunted.
It is. It used to be a reform island. It used to be a depot at some stage. It's now used as a location for glamping. You can stay there. Look, it overlooks the harbour. The Q station in Manly is my favourite there.
So if you want to go glamping and you like a cockatoo.
Yes. Well, I don't know if there's cockatoos at Cockatoo Island. I haven't been there yet, but there might be. I guess that's why it's named.
Isn't there a gruesome history associated with it?
Yes, there is. The most famous one, though, is the Q station in Manly. It was used to quarantine the ships with Spanish flu coming in around the early 1900s or so. Early to mid. Yeah, early, I think. And
just after World War One.
Heaps died there. The most recorded deaths, I'm sure, I think must be either Arradale or Mayday Hills, because there's over 13,000 at Arradale in 130 years of opening to the public, not to the public, to admissions.
Microphone.
Yes, there's over 13,000 recorded deaths at Arradale, apparently, over 130 years of its being open. The other one is Mayday Hills. There are two rival ones. The scariest case, I think, in mind for me currently would be one I'm writing about for ASAP, which I'm not sure I should tell you guys about because it's going to be in the magazine.
Yeah, so? Like, we're going to steal it on you or something? No.
Well, you read about it.
It's actually a tease for your magazine.
You won't want to read my article.
The show anyway. Nobody listens to the show anyway.
Well, you won't want to read the article. Okay,
that's
well,
true.
it's about the Old York Hospital is currently the scariest for me. I'd still go there, but it's currently like Amityville, Australia. And I'm writing about it for ASAP. I write for ASAP and the Supernatural Mag.
Oh.
So I write for CJ and Nori, as well as my own website.
Nori.
We know Nori.
Yes.
Yes.
We know
Nori's
Nori very well. She's been over here a few times with us.
And CJ and I swap cat pics. I've known Steve for years somehow. I don't know how, because I've got his goddamn book on my shelf. On my one bookshelf.
Yeah, everybody does. It's like the ghost book from, what's his name?
I've got his guides as well. I've got his guidance now.
Well, they're cheap. I would buy them too.
I love them. I'm going to sell copies, but he won't let me give him money.
I have, I have mine. It levels my coffee table, just the right height. So
yeah.
Perfect.
I've got I'm going to give my team homework, or I'll help them, of course, but I'll give them homework. I want them to learn stuff. I want them to take the paid courses that are starting at ASAP next year in fall, I think it was, or spring.
No, spring.
Spring, yes.
Spring.
or I'll take the modules, but I'll help them with learning stuff,
Yeah, because ASAP has got a brilliant training officer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
She's a sweetheart. Beth Darlington Bailey. She's a sweetheart.
Yes, she is.
She's lovely.
She's now ASAP's education. Well, Beth is now ASAP's education officer.
Yes. And Nori is...
oh, my God. I think we run out of time.
Nori is events officer. Yes, we've got 2 minutes.
Yes, that's till we have to be closing. And
yes.
Yeah. So tell everybody, Cat in the Shadows, how can people find your website?
Okay, so my website is www.catintheshadows.com. I'm on TikTok as Cat
in the Lingerie.
I'm on TikTok as @Cat29717. My social links are all on there. I'm on Insta as Cat in the Night. I'm on Facebook as Cat in the Shadows. I'm on YouTube as Cat in the Shadows. Hit subscribe, guys, please. There's a house I want to buy.
Why, they actually pay you for this?
No, it's a haunted house.
If you get over 1,000, then you start earning money. It's $50 a week average, but hey, I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Anyways,
and I love talking to you guys. Anyway, I love my podcast. So why the hell not?
I just enjoyed it so much.
And of course, once we come off air, you can get Ron onto the show.
Unfortunately, I have another show to do. So
but I mean, after we.
Anyway, so speak about that. We have run out of time. You have been listening to Ghost Chronicles International with Steve Parsons and Ron Kolek right here on Toji.radio. Our special guest has been Cat in the Shadows, and go check out her websites and all that cool stuff. Anyways, we're brought to you by Circles of Wisdom, 286 River Street, Methuen, Massachusetts, the Gallant Messier Family Law Group, 15 High Street, North Andover, Massachusetts, and our good friends on Ghost Chronicles Radio on Patreon. Become a member.
Patreon.
And stay tuned stay tuned as we meet Dylan's new wife. So right here on Toji.radio. Stay tuned for Ghost Chronicles Next Generation.
From ghoulies to ghosties, long-leggedy beasties, and things that go bump in the night. Deliver us, good Lord.